Oh, wait, no. Is it one more? I don't remember. No, I think one more after this. Yeah, so we have one more. Okay, guys. So something is considered bounded if there's basically a bottom to it and a top to it. So meaning it's not going on for infinity in any direction. So you don't have to draw this. I'm just trying to explain to you. So if I were to have something like super simple, a line. A line is not bounded. Why is a line not bounded? There's no cap on top or bottom. There's no cap on top or bottom. It goes up forever, it goes down forever. It is not bounded. What if we have something, oops, don't draw this still. What if we have something like this? Is this bounded? Yeah, this is bounded because it has a max point on top and it has a max point on lowest point on the bottom. So that is considered bounded. All right, now we can start taking notes. All right, bounded. And my shortcut for bounded is BBD. Bounded. I don't know. All right. A function is bounded if it is bounded above and below. All right, let's talk about bounded above. So it's considered bounded above when we know the greatest y value and it's not infinity. So it's bounded above when we know the greatest y value and it is not infinity. All right, now let's talk about bounded below. So it is considered bounded below when we know the smallest y value and it is not negative infinity. Still more definitions. So we're going to have something called LUB. LUB stands for the least upper bound, least upper bound. And the least upper bound is the highest point in the graph and it can't be infinity. So the LUB is the least upper bound and it's the highest point in the graph, but it can't be infinity. And then we're going to have an LGB. That is called the greatest lower bound.
Is GLB or LGB?
GLB. Greatest lower bound. And that's going to be the lowest point, but it can't be infinity. Oh, sorry, negative infinity. All right, let's do an example. Let's say I gave you this graph. And I asked a series of questions. Okay, so copy this down and then we'll go through them. Okay, so the first question is asking us, is it bounded above? Meaning, is there a highest point to this graph that's not the infinities? So is there the highest point of this graph? Absolutely. What is that? You're looking at the y. What is that at? Y equals 2. So is it bounded above? Yes. It's just a yes or no question. So then
not pointing out what it is.
Not yet, no. So it's just asking, is it bounded above? Yes. There is like a max point. If there's no max point, meaning it goes on forever, then it is not bounded above. Okay. Is it bounded below? Meaning, is there a lowest point in this graph? No, because what happens, it goes down forever. So bounded below? No. And then I'm asking you, in general, is this bounded? Well, in order to be considered that it's bounded, it needs to be bounded above and below. So is this bounded? No, because it's not bounded below, so it can't be considered bounded. All right, so now I'm asking for specific details. Now when I ask for the LUB, the least upper bound, I'm asking for the highest point. Upper bound means highest point. So you tell me, what is the highest point? Y equals 2. All right, greatest lower bound. Lower bound means the lowest point. Is there a lower bound? No, so you're going to write none. There is no GLB. There is no greatest lower bound.
Homeworks like that seems so fun.
Okay, so there's going to be a whole section like this next part on your test. Okay, so like I said, there's going to be a whole section like this on your test where I'm going to give you a function. I'm not going to graph it for you, which tells me or tells you that you need to remember how to graph this stuff. Okay, so this is an absolute value. What does an absolute value look like? The V. So now I'm shifting. I'm shifting this absolute value where? 3 below. Excellent. So we're going to go 3 below. 1, 2, 3. And then it looks something like this, right? And now, based on my graph, I'm going to answer these questions. Is it bounded above? No. Is it bounded below? Yes. Is it considered bounded? No. Now I ask for specifics. What is the least upper bound? Upper bound means the highest point. Is there a highest point here? No, so you write none. What is the greatest lower bound? Lower bound means lowest point. What is the lower bound? -3. All right, we need to sketch this. What is y equals 1? Not a point in terms of a function like f of x equals 1. Does anybody know what it is? A horizontal line. So this is going to be a horizontal line at y equals 1, right? But I'm not saying I put a domain restriction. Where is this starting? Where x is 2. So what I'm going to do is go to 2, 1, and it looks something like that. But then it's saying y equals -1. Isn't y equals -1 another horizontal line at -1? But where is this starting from? +2 to the left. Yes, Nico?
If it says that x is bigger than 2y, then 2.
It's an open circle, meaning 2 is not included. So it's everything to the right of 2. 2 is not included. So 2.1 is included, but 2 is not.
So like if it's like a greater than sign, then it's
You go to that number and then you just put an open circle, but don't close it. All right, so now let's answer these questions. Are we bounded above? Looking at this graph, is it bounded above? How many people say yes? How many people say no? It is absolutely bounded above. How do I know? How do I know it's bounded above? Isn't the highest point here 1? Now it's going to the right forever, but is it going up forever? No, it's just a horizontal line at 1. So it is absolutely bounded above. Yes. Is it bounded below? Yes, it's bounded below, right? There is that lowest point. It goes left forever, but it doesn't go down forever. Is this considered bounded?
Yeah.
Yes. All right, so now we want to know the least upper bound. Upper bound is our highest point. What is the highest point? 1. What is our lower bound? -1. You got it. What's letter C? A parabola. This is a parabola, but it's a parabola that's been shifted where? Up 1. This is a parabola that's been shifted up 1. So it looks something like this, right? Is it important that you guys remember what this stuff looks like? Do you now remember? Do you now understand why I spent so long on this?
I do.
Okay, so is it bounded above? Is it bounded above? No, you're all shaking your heads. No, I agree. This is not bounded above. Is it bounded below? No?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is bounded below. Is this considered bounded?
No.
No. All right, what is our upper bound? None. Good. What is our lower bound?
More.
1. All right, 2 more. 2 more together, and then I'll have you do one on your own. All right, what does this look like? Not so for Erin, somebody else. What does this look like? Kim. Pico.
Sorry, I wasn't ready
It
for
is
the
a
canoe.
shooting star. But where am I shifting the shooting star? Where and where? 2 to the left and
2 up.
2 up. 2 to the left and 2 up. So we got 2 to the left and 2 up. So we're looking something like that, right? All right, is it bounded above? No. Is it bounded below?
Yes.
Yes. Is it bounded? No. All right, what is our upper bound? None. Good. What is our lower bound?
2.
2.
You went to space.
What is this? Have I stumped you? What does this look like?
I think this could be a disco dancer.
This is a disco dancer, Nico. Good job. So this is a disco dancer that has been shifted where?
Yes, sir.
Anybody? Meg? To the right one. You got it. So here's my disco dancer that's been shifted to the right one. So it looks something like that. Is it bounded above? No. Is it bounded below? No. Is it bounded? No. Upper bound? None. Lower bound? None. All right, you want to try one on your own and then we'll call it a day? Okay.
Can you pull up a little bit?
All right, are we ready?
So ready.
So where are we shifting this parabola to? To the left 3 and up 1. You got it. All right. Are we bounded above? No. Are we bounded below? Yes. Are we bounded? No. What is our upper bound? None. What is our lower bound? Anybody? Somebody? Anybody? 1. Okay, we're done.